Have you ever felt like you missed out on something? As if every fun event somehow went under your radar. Perhaps we tend to overcorrect, holding on to every possible connection to be able to relive that moment we never even experienced. Perhaps that's part of the thrill of a lost media search. The legacy of a medium goes beyond the end of its run, just waiting to be loved again. Nostalgia can often be seen as blinding, but on the other hand, perhaps it's the key to the gateway of learning how to live again.
Something's gone wrong in the happy-go-lucky world of Nintendo.
Tonight on Lost in the Files, we tell the story of Slamfest 99. What exactly was this public event? And just why is it further proof that what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas? In 1999, a commercial would air across American television, advertising this new video game called Super Smash Bros. Little was known at the time that this series would become one of the most successful video game franchises of all time, featuring many iconic characters from Super Mario, The Legend of Zelda, and Steve from Minecraft, all in a battle to reign victorious. The humble beginnings of this series started out on the Nintendo 64 and featured many recognizable Nintendo characters from Mario, Pikachu, Yoshi, and Donkey Kong. In order to advertise the game, a commercial was launched as part of a mass marketing campaign. It featured the 4 characters in costumes made by KCL Productions, wandering in a flower field set to the hit song Happy Together by the Turtles. Before things get ugly.
Introducing Super Smash Bros., where all your favorite characters go toe-to-toe in one 4-player star-studded Slamfest.
However, what many don't know is that the rabbit hole goes deeper on these costumes. Originally, in 1999, in order to advertise the game, Nintendo of America would host a live event in nowhere but Las Vegas, Nevada. The alleged City of Sin would host Nintendo's mascot characters duking it out in a massive boxing ring for all to see at MGM Grand Adventures theme park, a little over a year before it would close. Everything was set for a hopefully big success to promote the game. From kiosks to DK plushies, they were ready for the big event. And then things got kinda sorta not good.
In today's Fox Files, the Columbine high school shootings have brought a controversial issue back into the spotlight. Do violent movies and video games push teenagers into acts of violence? Some experts, including one of the guests we'll hear from in tonight's Face Off, say the media is actually training kids to kill.
Duke Nukem, a bestseller in a genre of video games known as first-person shooters that put you behind the pistol grip. Click the mouse and...
The world was forever changed when Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold carried out the Columbine massacre on April 20th, a whole 6 days before Slamfest 99 was supposed to take place. The media reacted in many different ways, with many scenes of violence and graphic depictions being censored in many forms of media at the time. However, now, the main form of entertainment under the public watch were violent video games. Eric Harris himself had made mods of the video games Doom and Doom 2. Now, the media was keeping a close eye on whether violent video games could initiate violence or not.
We ought to think twice about the impact of ads for so-called first-person shooter video games. And here's one that the most unbelievable of all that says, kill your friends guilt-free.
So video games were pretty much the new satanic panic. There were a lot of controversies relating to the video game violence, and many companies had to adapt in order to deal with these issues. Nintendo would take a new strategy to promote their big event.
Good morning, folks. It's a beautiful day for a fight. Nintendo legends from all around the world are coming together for a live performance that will never be forgotten.
From the Sacramento Bee, in today's news, Polygram Merchandising Inc. is being sued for selling unauthorized t-shirts of the Spice Girls. But in an even more bizarre story, in a star-studded affair, Nintendo legends Donkey Kong, Mario, Pikachu, and Yoshi will appear at the MGM Grand Adventures theme park, hotel, and casino in Las Vegas this Saturday to unveil Super Smash Bros. A photographer from the Associated Press will be getting photos of the event.
Nintendo would elect to limit the scope of promotion for the event deliberately. In wake of the video game violence controversies, they would rely instead on magazines and words from the media to help promote the event. A total of 6 members from the media would be in attendance. However, this event was notable for another interesting way Nintendo would show the world their now almost underground event. An online live stream in 1999. Yeah, it was possible. Everything was ready to go. From 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., at a half hour into the event, the brawl would begin.
Ladies and gentlemen, in all my years of commentating fights, I've never seen an event anticipated quite like this. In a few seconds here, we are about to witness the legendary Slamfest 99! Mario and DK are about to throw the first punch.
And then it just disappeared. That's right, despite being one of the earliest live stream events, at least as far as Nintendo is concerned, no footage has ever surfaced. Many want to find the recording, but the live stream just disappeared. Now you might think, well, there are more important things out there. And that's where you'd be wrong. Okay, you'd actually be right. But many really care about lost media and want to be able to relive that event in their own way. That's where the search comes in. The 17-minute long fight was live streamed via Real Player G2 and would allegedly be spread around on some piracy sites in the early 2000s. Despite the recording, the only thing that remained were pictures from the event.
Mario and Donkey Kong would start the match. Donkey Kong, being much larger than our favorite plumber, quickly took Mario out. Yoshi came in and got his revenge on the gorilla. Pikachu would come in for the monkey, only to be knocked down by Yoshi's lethal tail. Then, before anyone knew it, Mario went crazy. He wiped out Donkey Kong, Pikachu, and his own teammate Yoshi. Ultimately, the match would end in a crash, which knocked out everyone, resulting in a draw. Everyone's a winner, the announcer yelled.
Some traces of merchandise, promotions, and otherwise would surface in the decades following, but no video of the 2 hours have been found online. The lost media search was on. Many take a liking to this kind of search. A lot of prominent searchers who expertise in the media lost the time, such as YouTuber Blame It on Jorge and L Supersonic Q, would be involved in the hunts for the alleged footage. The search had gone from contacting companies who may have it in their live stream archives, such as Golan and Nintendo. The company Golan had organized the event back in the 90s, but after being contacted by the team on the hunt, the company stated that their archives were just too vast, and Nintendo was one of the many companies they had worked with over the years, putting an end to the possibility of that. Meanwhile, the team had searched through various people who ran those old 90s gaming news websites. Yeah, the cool ones you visited on your mom's computer. What a blast from the past. To see if any of those people had somehow saved a copy. They did not. Things were getting crazy. New ideas were considered and even attempted. Perhaps MGM's main cameraman for the event could have saved a copy, or maybe even asking one of the employees who operated a satellite truck. But still, no sign of the footage has been uncovered. Not even a single second of video. To make matters worse, accusations started being thrown around that one of the most prominent searchers had managed to obtain a copy and was deliberately holding it in order to profit off of the search. All this for a video game live stream from the 90s. After many search efforts, it was confirmed by the friend of one of the people who had ran one of those 90s websites that the money-making claims were just a hoax. None of the search team had access to the event, debunking the claims, but also meaning that the event footage was still lost.
Now, there has always been this looming fear that if a company has this film in their vast archive, that Nintendo could strike a copyright attack against them. But due to the sheer absurdity of this event and the footage's age, it poses just no threat to the company, and it just seems unlikely that they would do that, but you never really know. I really hope those kids that got to experience the event back in 1999 will forever cherish those memories, because until the day comes that the stream is shown to the public, Slamfest 99 will remain lost media.
Hey Paulie, get that last box packed up. It's a wrap.
Sir, we ain't got no more room for it no more, sir.
Just find a spot for it. We gotta bail. We gotta go film Spice Girls on ice.
Spice Girls? Well, hopefully this stays put.
Do you, or someone you know, have a mystery you would like to see featured on the channel? Then reach out to me on one of my social platforms. You can also find me on Patreon. The support here really makes a huge difference, so really, thank you. Now let's see who else made this episode come to life.
show you fun.